What's going on, YouTube? It's Cupid here in solo mode to show you guys a few Skull Servant combos that you will need to know if you wish to play my deck properly. So, this first combo is one of the more simple ones. It is a very, very simple Unizombie plus White Baking or Mizuki. Either of those will work in this situation. Without further ado, let's just get straight into it. You're going to normal summon your Unizombie. You're going to use its effect. Send the one, either, Mizuki or White Baking from your hand. And then you're going to use, you're always going to use White Baking for White Prince. And like I said, we're pretending we have no other cards in hand, so we are not going to pretend that this White Lord is currently in our hands, so we're going to get another one. We're going to send our White Prince from deck to grave. Graveyard effect of White Prince, we're going to send a Skull Servant and a Lady in White from our deck to the graveyard. Then we're going to use Unizombie's other effect to send from the deck. We've already sent White Baking, so we're going to get a Mizuki into our graveyard. This is going to let us... well, we have a couple of options, and option one of what I'm thinking we should do here is we should use this Mizuki right now, and we are going to go ahead and summon back the White Prince. Why are we going to summon back the White Prince? Because we have a level 6 Synchro in our deck that is very, very good. And also, it re-triggers the White Prince. So, we're going to go ahead and summon an Immortal Dragon out. White Prince effect will trigger. We can send a Skull Servant and a Lady in White from our deck to our graveyard. And at this point, we have like 7 Skull Servants in there. We're going to use the Immortal Dragon's effect to send another Mizuki. And honestly, at this point, the mills don't matter. We're going to just activate White Lord's effect, put it into our graveyard. And the only thing that matters is that we do not mill Nemesis Corridor. We didn't. Great. I'm going to pretend I didn't hit tier cards, because, I'm trying to show just the Skull Servant parts of the combo and not anything else. So now that we've done that, we have successfully set up Unizombie coming back off of this Mizuki that we sent off of our Immortal Dragon. So we are going to revive a level 3 Zombie Tuner. We are now going to use the effect of White Lord to revive a level 3 zombie. And then we're going to use the effect of White Prince in our graveyard to summon a level 1 monster from our deck. Now with this, we can perform a Synchro Summon with a 3 and a 1 for a Cupid Pitch. And Cupid Pitch can increase its own level. And in fact, it can increase or decrease, but it is a mandatory effect. We are going to choose to increase because 7 plus 3 equals 10. We are going to make a bar on the floor. And we are going to trigger Cupid Pitch's graveyard effect to burn our opponent for 1,000 and also add Nemesis Corridor from our deck to our hand. Since we have banished cards, we can use this Nemesis Corridor's effect to put back. It really doesn't matter. I usually like to put back the cards that do something from my deck. So let's say, for example, like Mizuki, if I can mill another Mizuki and then I have more graveyard gas, White Lord's pretty good to put back. These other 3 typically can just sort of stay banished. It doesn't really matter all that much, but, that is something to consider. Anyways, Nemesis Corridor's effect is activating a Thunder in our hand, so we can make Thunder Dragon Colossus. And this is our first basic 2-card Skull Servant combo. It puts up an Omni Negate, follow up with Immortal Dragon, and it locks our opponent from searching. Thunder Dragon Colossus is a very strong card this format, and a lot of our combos are going to consist of us putting this up. So, like I said, this combo works with Unizombie plus either Mizuki or White Baking in our hand. You will just be sending both of those. So this is our basic combo number 1, and if you look very, very closely outside of what we milled, the 7 random cards that we milled, everything was done with just the Skull Servant engine. The cool thing about this deck is it allows you to do more plays based off of, the other things you get and the other things that you mill off. For example, you see this Rhino Heart, you see this Destrudo, and, these are all things that we can make further plays off of, right? But I just wanted to demonstrate the pure Skull Servant parts of the combos. So that is our first combo, and now I'm going to go ahead and, I'll be right back with the next combo. Alright, so our next combo is going to be Unizombie plus White Prince. So we're going to go ahead and summon this Unizombie, use its effect, start by sending from the deck to the graveyard. And you know what we're going to send. We gotta send White Baking, right? Because it's the best Skull Servant card to ever be existing. So we're going to actually grab our one of White Mare here, and a White Lord. We want to make sure we grab the Lord and the Mare, discard the Prince, Prince effect, yep. All of this is pretty normal. Now, we are going to pretend that we have no other cards to discard in our hand, and we're going to use Unizombie's effect actually here, and we're not going to be able to get any mills. We're going to discard the White Lord. Very unfortunate, but it's okay, because we can use our White Lord's Graveyard effect to summon back that White Prince that we just sent. Okay, fantastic. Now we go ahead, summon this back. We could synchro for our Immortal Dragon. Great stuff so far. Immortal Dragon, gonna go ahead and dump Mizuki as it does. We're gonna also re-trigger this White Prince to get the other Vanilla and the other Lady in White out of our deck. Now we will use Immortal Dragon's effect to send our Mizuki. And at this point, we have to deviate a little bit from the last combo. We have to use this Mizuki here. I mean, we are still going to be summoning the Unizombie back with it. So that's, you know, pretty standard so far. And now we actually have to use this White Prince's effect in our graveyard, banishing at least one Lady in White. I prefer to keep one in the graveyard. So we are going to banish one, summon her, summon the king, and now we are going to use the White Mare effect to actually target the Lady in White that we just banished to special summon it back. And here she is. Alright, and once again, we are going to go ahead and synchro for our Cupid pitch and continue doing the same line from the previous combo that we did before. Now, the reason this version of the combo isn't as good as the previous version, where we had Baking for Mizuki, is because, well, we don't get to activate the hand effect of our White Lord for bonus mills. So we lose out on some mills, but that's okay because, you know, you're still making Baron to 4 plus Colossus, and that is pretty good in today's format. So, we once again have successfully put up this combo that is pretty solid into the meta right now. You know, both Yubel and Snake Eyes really struggle with this card. So, yeah, Colossus is quite good, and it's a good way to, you know, make a win condition. Now, obviously, if you wanted to do more, you could synchro for a 10 here, but why would you do that? I suppose if you're going second, then you could. You know, Chen Ying does in fact banish a card after you banish something from your graveyard if you have further play. But, you know, we're gonna just pretend that we don't. So, this is combo number 2, which is, you know, Unizombie plus White Prince. And I will see you with Unizombie plus White Lord, which is another iteration of a combo that will get to this exact board. See you shortly. Alright, and here we have the final combo, Unizombie plus White Lord. Now, tragically, we opened the Nemesis Corridor, but I mean, we're gonna, you know, be able to search it in the combo anyway. So we're gonna get started straight into it. We're gonna go ahead and Unizombie, send White Baking from our deck to our graveyard. Trigger that White Baking, good old White Baking. It is the best card in Skull Servants by a considerable margin. So now we can grab Prince, and I believe it is White Mare. If I remember correctly, White Mare is crucial for this version of the combo. Prince effect, I'm gonna go ahead, send this, and also this, from the deck to the graveyard, and here we are going to, if I remember correctly, just go ahead and discard the White Lord. Yep, we are. Okay, I just remembered how to do this combo, so we're going to go ahead and discard the White Lord. White Lord effect is going to revive Prince, just like we did last time with the other line. So now we're going to make the Immortal Dragon, and it's basically the same thing as when we opened the White Prince before. So we're going to go ahead and dump Mizuki. Summon back the Unizombie. Summon that. Effect. Banish these two. Summon the king from our deck. And guess what? It's the exact same as before when we opened Prince. It's the exact same combo line. Really, there's not much else to add, you know? You're gonna do this very frequently. If you open Unizombie, this is very, very normal that you do this combo. Now we're gonna make our bar on the floor, and, you know, we have our negate, we have our banished card, we can make our Colossus, and, yeah. And the Cupid pitch could have added there, but we only play the one monster with 600 defense. So yes, White Lord plus Unizombie does this exact board as well. Now, I would go into some more in-depth details and like more in-depth combos that you can get from other aspects of the deck. But you know, you have the tier package, you have the Lightsworn package. A lot of this deck is very non-linear. I just wanted to show you the linear parts because I can't really show you the non-linear parts because all of that is case-to-case basis. It's like, what are you milling? I can't really teach you how to use your graveyard resources and all of that stuff because, you know, that comes from experience with the deck. That being said, this deck is quite powerful. And, you know, you have multiple 2-card combos that give you an Omni Negate, plus a, you know, my opponent can't search that comes with protection of its own in the graveyard by banishing when it would be destroyed. A lot of decks can knock out this Colossus right now. And that does help Skull Servants a lot when you're going first. So yeah, those are your 3 must-know combos. Technically, the last combo also works if you open the 1 copy of White Mare. Then you would add Prince and White Lord, and you would, you know, do the combo the same way as we just did here. So that is something worth considering. And yes, your Unizombie is going to be one of your best starters in the deck. It gives you a lot of access to your synchro plays. And if you are someone who is interested in the Punk package, the Punk package giving you that extra level 3 tuner from the field spell, if you do play the huge Punk package, is very good because it gives you free access to it makes a zombie vampire, you get a level 3 tuner, and then from there all you need is another 1 and a 3. And then you can go into this combo line as well. So yeah, a lot of this, you know, this is the linear aspect of the deck, but a lot of the deck is non-linear, as you have seen in the replays. And if you are wondering why I did not record this video in a ranked duel, well, I mean, look at how long I've been talking to you. It's been, what, 15 minutes or something? Around like 15 minutes of just doing the combo. And not only that, you know, I have to actually get the combos, so it would have been a lot of just taking reset over and over again. So I just wanted to show off the combo via the power of, you know, solo mode. That being said, if you're one of those commenter Andes who's like, oh, but what if they imperm your Unizombie? Well, okay, sure. I mean, it's not like the rest of the deck is, you know, mill without normal summoning, you know, good mills for, like, tier limits and all that stuff. You've got the forest cards. But if you open only one of these combos and you get impermed, oh wow, that's usually how Yu-Gi-Oh! Goes. The turn ends, big surprise, right? That being said, I think usually this deck is very good at providing things that something that your opponent has to use a hand trap on before you try and do this part of the combo. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed these 3 must-know basic Skull Servant combos, and I will catch you all in the next video. Later.